Scope. This is Queese.
B.
Another episode here. We back, y'all. Appreciate y'all. Guy had glasses on today. You know what I'm saying? We down to business today. All right. Again, anybody that appreciate it. Everybody that follow us, to rock with us. Check us out on Instagram through the Scope, Twitter as well. Check out the YouTube. Visuals usually drop on Wednesdays. Put the pod out on Tuesday. So check us out there. Everybody's been rocking with us, though. We appreciate it.
Appreciate y'all support. Appreciate it.
Exactly. We're going to jump in today.
Thanks for the love.
Exactly. Appreciate that. We're going to jump in today. Philly fans, we all Philly, y'all see AI. Y'all seen.
Right.
Y'all see AI.
Right. Yeah, right.
Philly pie head, Philly.
Represent.
Philly's the team. We rock Sixers, Eagles,
Flyers.
Philly till we die. All right. So obviously we just did a big trade. We got to talk about the Sixers. We got to break it down. I got some mixed feelings on it. You had an issue with it.
I have a major issue with it.
I started with an issue, and then as I thought back, I was like, all right, I'm gonna calm down. I'm gonna calm down.
You good now?
I'm good. I'm chilling.
Because of the way they're playing, or you just
what charged you to calm down?
No, I'm calm down because based off of what's the playing field, that trade sets us up for the coming years.
Right.
Not this year, but the following years, it sets us up. There's nothing we could have did this year that would have changed anything. So we need to start planning for the next couple of years.
Right.
All the great players are already set in a situation.
Mm-hmm.
There's nothing we could have did.
So we just supposed to just play this waiting game again. That's what you're saying.
I mean,
that's what we
what's
doing.
Your alternative?
Waiting for what?
What's your alternative?
Waiting for what?
Waiting for a team to be good enough to where we can stop seeing them get knocked out the second round. We're supposed to just play this waiting game again.
But
what's the alternative?
Right.
What do you see out there that was going to change? We talking about Harden here.
Right.
He's 34.
Right.
He has an expiring contract.
Right.
Who was going to trade the farm?
And he has
to
a
give
reputation not coming through.
Yeah. Who's going to trade the farm?
Why did you send him to the place he wanted to go?
That's the only place that wanted to trade from him.
Right.
We've been trying to trade him since the summer. Nobody engaged in it but the Clippers. That's all we had left to deal with.
I'm not sending him to the first of all for this whole fiasco that he caused. I would have never sent him to the team he wanted to go to. Forget
I understand that. But if nobody gonna play ball with you, I mean, I don't know what you're gonna do.
Then I'll sit on it because the trade didn't change nothing for me. Yeah, maybe freed up the money. Then that's wishing on winging a prayer.
How can you say it didn't do nothing for you? How you say it didn't do nothing?
It didn't do nothing for me as far as the team trajectory.
But what were they gonna do even if he stayed?
Huh?
What were they gonna do even if he stayed and he wasn't playing?
You might have had a better option later on down the line. You don't know what could happen during the season.
No.
You don't know what could happen. Right now, nobody wanted to trade for him, but you don't know what could have happened down the line during the season before the trade deadline.
Yeah, but you can't have that. They had to play him.
Huh?
They had to play him.
Policy, they had
According
to play
to the
him.
new rules, they had to play him.
So now you're risking your team chemistry for somebody who clearly wants out.
Then playing for 5 minutes to take him out.
Nah, you can't do that. I mean,
why? You just gotta play him. You don't gotta play him the whole game. You just gotta play him.
Every news conference after the game, why you play Harden in 5 minutes? Harden, are you happy?
No, he's not.
How you feel about Harden?
The league and everybody knows that the situation is volatile. The players and everybody.
It would have been questioned after every game.
Then let it be a question.
No, we just went through that with Ben. Like, nobody wants to keep knowing that.
Yeah.
And then
that's frustrating.
For your alternative of waiting, as the season gets on, you're less likely to trade for him because he's about to become a free agent, and now I have less games to get him in our system. So if there's 20 games left, I'm not going to trade anything for Harden.
That's one scenario. Another scenario, you could have a situation where another player decides he wants off of his team, and now you got leverage.
But Harden is not equal value. Like you saying,
it don't matter if I had to give up something else more, depending on what player decided they wanted out of their team.
But nobody wants. Again, that's still a waiting game. So you're not avoiding the waiting.
I'd rather play the waiting game than what I just gave him away for.
But you talking about just from a player's perspective. We got picks. First round picks are very, very valuable. That's more of a trade piece than Harden. Like we got rid of nobody wants Harden. Nobody wants Harden.
We got rid of PJ Tucker's contract.
They got rid of PJ Tucker's contract.
And we got picks, and we got a pick swap. So now there's three valuable.
So basically, I'm going back to another rebuilding phase.
No, we can trade for somebody in the summer. What are you talking about?
All right, because they already because there's already talks that they are taking trade offers for Tobias. They're listening to trade offers for Tobias right now.
So technically,
I didn't see that. Look it up. There's a couple articles they taking trade offers. They taking trade offers for Tobias.
Rumors like that are every year.
I'm just saying they got them rumors out there. They taking trade for Tobias.
Let me flip a view. Everybody talking about Donovan Mitchell might be wanting out. We now have a way to get him if he wants out. They most likely saying he want out. Zach LaVine, DeMar DeRozan. They gonna break that up.
Zach LaVine.
Right, but
and I really don't want DeMar neither.
Right, but I'm trying to figure out the standpoint you coming from. If we trade Harden, that's the type of people we had to get. Nobody big is coming. Getting important in a trade for Harden. So what? I'm confused on your alternative.
If I'm trading Harden, that's one thing. But if I'm talking about signing somebody for a long-term deal, no, I don't want those two players for a long-term deal unless unless that's basically it. You already know what's coming up with 2024, but all the free agents is going to be available next year. I understand.
Yeah, most of them are setting it exactly. So that's what we're playing for.
It's not a big list.
And Maury said before, in the beginning of the year, that's what he was playing for next year. That's what he's setting everything up for.
Y'all keep playing this next year, Steph. The next person's going to win out is Joel. Then we're going to be in a rebuilding stage.
Then it don't matter. I mean, at the point that's inevitable.
Then you want them to wait.
Yeah,
it's different for you.
Your plan is actually worse because we can end up with nothing for your plan.
Nah.
If nobody wants him, we're stuck. We have nothing. He's gone at the end of the year.
Season.
Like your plan is way more riskier. And
how is it way more riskier?
Because if nobody wants him, we have to keep him, and then he's a free agent and he leaves for nothing.
Right.
So that's what I'm saying.
Is it money off the contract? Is it money off the books either way?
Yeah, but we got no draft.
We don't get nothing back. Like we just let him go.
Yeah.
That don't make no sense.
What did we change by getting these players?
We got draft first round draft.
We don't
picks.
draft picks. Didn't have any.
We can trade them. They're trade pieces.
The Sixers didn't have any.
What first round? We got first round what?
2 first rounders and we got a pick swamp. They're valuable draft pieces.
Yeah.
Ain't
Teams
enough.
trade for them all the time.
One is unprotected.
Ain't enough. Ain't enough of what I gave up. Ain't enough of what I gave up.
Nothing.
You didn't give him nothing.
At
You
this
didn't
point,
give up a player who didn't want to play.
Exactly. You didn't give him nothing.
You didn't give up anything.
You got free picks.
Nah.
And rotation, we got 3 ND people that we didn't have. Our bench was trash.
You got a star player that wants to win now and doesn't want to wait, and you're telling him he's got to wait again. Good luck with that.
Again, I know, I understand where you're coming from,
Good
but
luck
your
with
alternative you're not.
My alternative was to see if you can see right. That's the way. That's the game you got to play. Sometimes it's like roulette. Sometimes you win. Sometimes you lose.
I'm not doing that.
I gave you a whole.
You did it with Ben and it worked out.
Did it?
I know.
In hindsight now, no, but originally it did. You did it with Ben and it worked to their favor up until this point.
Nah,
They
I'm not doing that again. I'd rather have the picks.
And got a valuable player for him at the time.
It was context, though. It was context. They had that plan. Harden wanted to come here before he went to Brooklyn.
Before the season
started. But they didn't let him, so he ended up going to Brooklyn, but he always wanted to come here.
There can be context all you want. All I'm saying is you don't know what could have happened down the line during the season. I wouldn't have did that trade so early in the season unless I was getting a star player or
you're never going to get a star player for Harden at this point.
Caliber worth. If we like we talked about it in the text. If we had gotten Norman Powell, I might not have been so mad. But the fact they didn't even let them include Norman Powell in that trade, yeah, I'm a little pissed off about that.
But again, though, that's still a second round exit. So I'm confused on what trade we would have made for you that you think we would have went to a different height. It would have been the same result. Right. Now we got something where we can actually build. Right. If Donovan Mitchell wants out, like they saying, because he's not committed to Cleveland.
Donovan Mitchell ain't coming to Philly.
We don't know that. Like
Donovan
I said,
Mitchell ain't coming to Philly.
Again, we don't know that. But if he did, that's worth everything. That's worth everything. That's worth everything.
If he's seeing the way the organization is right now, and if most players, you know how players talk, we don't know the conversation they having with James Harden's telling them what's going on in the organization. Donovan Mitchell, that
don't mean nothing. We was coming off of being the team that tanked, and people still came here. So no, matter.
It's a difference between tanking and then you got.
What you mean? We were playing to not win.
And you got a player.
We were playing to not. We sent a message that we didn't want to win.
Right, but your difference between a season of tanking and an organization or a manager is lying to the players and promising them things.
But players gotta be real with themselves, because if Donovan Mitchell real with himself, he knows Harden is old. And you know,
it's not about the age. It's not about the age. He know how Harden
plays.
I know, but it's not about the conversation.
If I'm realistic, I'm not going to take what Harden say to me, because listen,
why?
Because one, ain't no general manager is going to promise you what Harden said he promised them. He might have said, "I will try and trade you if the opportunity comes up." He didn't say, I don't believe he said, "I'm going to give you this money if you do this and that."
But we don't know that.
We don't know. We don't know.
We don't know. I'm just saying personally, I don't believe it.
So in that aspect, he's going to try. But from a player's perspective, I'm going to listen to a player and say, yo, that organization, like that dude over there that be running the team, don't listen to a word he said when he promised you something, because 9 times out of 10 he ain't going to come through. Then I'm going to be a player like, do I really want to deal with that and take that chance?
If you paid attention to every trade that went down the past couple of years, they all went down because of draft picks. First round draft picks.
Right.
So now you trying to downplay on where none of these trades happened because they happened because of the draft picks. You throw in multiple first. That's how you get the big time players. That's how Rudy Gobert got traded. That's how all these big time Paul George got traded. They all get traded off of picks.
But we as a Sixers been dealing with these freaking draft picks for the last 8 years. They've been stockpiling draft picks, hoping this will pan out, hoping that will pan out. I'm sick of waiting on draft picks and things to pan out. I'm just sick of waiting, dog.
I know, but all right, but you're not like. What are you talking about though? The picks we had, we were keeping. We're flipping these. They're not the same. We're not doing the same thing. We took those draft picks so we can draft our own players.
Right.
We're going to use these picks as a trade piece. It's not the same thing of what we did before. We doing two different things with them.
That depends on who want to trade for them and what you're going to get back.
Everybody trades for draft picks, and then you know what you want to trade. Everybody wants first round draft picks.
Depends on who you get back for them.
Right, but again, your plan is even worse. Like, that's going to set us up. We could lose Harden for nothing, and now we get nothing. We got actual players now. Our bench was like the worst in the league.
Right. They didn't have no
Kelly
first round.
Oubre, we had nobody.
They didn't have no first round pick.
Rocco was still serviceable. Yeah. Marcus Morris is still serviceable. Now we got actual pieces.
Are you serious with these two? Are you serious with the?
They're good players. They're still good players. They're still.
They don't move the needle. They don't move the needle. They don't move the needle either way. They're still the same team as far as I'm concerned. They don't move the needle either way.
Yes, this year we're not playing for this year.
They not. Who said they coming back next year?
They probably would. They're probably Rocco and them probably will come back. They're good pieces. I don't think you watched them enough the last couple of years.
I watched Rocco enough. I watched Morris enough. I watched all of them.
And they solid. They better than everybody we got on our bench right now. Legit. Like nobody on our bench is good. Pat Bev isn't good.
Right, he good. He ain't good.
Daniel House.
No.
Like, come on. Like, with Paul Reed. Like, come on.
Your best Paul.
So we got better.
Well, Paul still needs time to develop to me.
We've been saying that for the past 6 years.
Nah, we only had him for 2 years. We only had him for 4 years.
Yeah,
no, he was in the D League. He was in the D League. We just brought him up when we got Doc as a coach.
Why you think you were in the D League?
He wasn't
developing.
Right. That's what he started.
And he still ain't developing. So
he's doing all right so far as the last couple games.
He's doing all right, man.
He's doing all right. But in the same aspect, to me, that trade.
He's doing so good that we keep getting new people to replace him.
I wasn't big on trading for James Harden, and I'm not big on how they traded him away neither. I came online. I didn't like the trade when they traded for James Harden. Everybody was hyped. Like, we got James Harden. I wasn't hype about that, and I'm no longer hype about this. Sixers just doing it again like they always do. They get a team. They don't know how to handle or manage the team, and then all of a sudden they break up the team and you lose your superstars. It's been happening ever since we had Barkley.
Well, I mean that's a whole different issue.
Right. So it's the same. But it's the same thing to me.
But as a fan, it's them not being content. Right. I can respect that. Y'all went to go get Harden because y'all trying to win. Y'all didn't just fold it. Y'all try to get a superstar.
But they always go for the old superstar that at this time in his career is washed. He basically watched. Are you getting
Harden
minimal
was playing service.
He was playing really good.
He was playing good.
Before he got hurt, he was playing really good.
He was playing real good for the Nets.
When I say washed, meaning they not the player they once were. They still good players.
We didn't want him to. We didn't need him to. We wasn't assuming we needed him to be. That's why we had Joel.
That's the problem. You need somebody to be that because we got Joel.
Right, but that's not. And you talking about hindsight? The team wasn't looking like, oh, we need Harden because we don't trust Joel. Like, they got him to help. I know
Joel. What they. I know, yeah, but they got it. I was assuming when they traded for him and they did all this for him, they got him to help to where with the games where Joel disappears, you still got somebody else that can still drop 30. But you don't. But apparently we didn't. Apparently now we know from now hindsight we didn't even have that.
Yeah, I mean, by
now,
yeah, right. We didn't even have that. But that was I originally thought that was the game plan was because Joel. We already know what he does in the plays. I already posted the video, have a conversation about that. And then now we got James thinking, all right, at least maybe we got backup between him and Maxey. Maybe we got some backup. And once again, the same scenario. So now James out of here. We stuck with Joel. Maxey is improving. I will say that much.
And if
the whole team
we got picks to add to Maxey.
The whole team look really good right now. Yeah. Tobias is playing the best he's ever played.
It's contract year.
Kelly Oubre.
It's a contract year for Tobias.
Either way,
it's a contract year for Tobias.
Nah, it's half and half. He never had this opportunity like he did before with the teams we had. Another one, Kelly Oubre's playing out of his mind.
I like the way Kelly Oubre's playing.
We look really good right now. We're playing.
Not going that far.
We do look good right now. Everybody can see us. We look good right now. Yeah, we're playing way better than what we are before. Joel's averaging like 7 assists this year, way better than he ever did before. Maxey is taking a leap. Our bench looks better. The ball's moving around. We're averaging more.
Sometimes.
Yeah, everybody's playing much better than they are right now off this small sample size. They are. I mean, it's fact. I mean,
I'm not going off this small sample size. I never go for small sample size. That's just me.
We said so far they playing better than they are.
That's what we said. I'm not going for small because this small sample size is not showing me enough because they really haven't played anybody to me. The only team
they played the teams you want to win.
They played the Bucks
and they lost to the wire.
And they played close.
They lost to the wire.
They lost. We're not supposed to beat the best team one of the best teams in the league. What are you talking about?
Y'all still going with this whole accepting this crap. Yes, I would expect them to. I'm sorry. I'm tired of waiting. So I'm expecting them to play everybody.
But you still would have been waiting.
You gotta be realistic with expectations.
With Harden, you still would have been waiting.
Yeah, you gotta be realistic with expectations. We had Harden, we could have still lost to them. We lost to Boston. Like, we're not gonna be the best team in the league with every move we make. Every team in the league is not feel like they're the best team in the league. Right. Like, there's teams better than you. That's been the case every year, even when we were nice. So I mean, yes, you can lose the Bucks. They top 2 in the league. Like, I don't understand where you like,
so we sell them for the middle of the pack again. That's what we're doing.
We got it. What else
We're
we
not
gonna
there
do?
yet.
Yeah, we're not. We got to develop. Like, what you talking about, man?
Y'all go ahead, keep waiting for this development.
I'm just curious because you still haven't given me a valuable alternative. Your alternative was wait.
Yeah,
and
my
hope.
alternative was wait and
It's
see what
wait and
happens.
hope.
Yeah, my alternative was wait and see what happens.
I don't get
Right, that's
all right. Okay, yeah. You wait and see what happens, and then.
Because let something come down the line, we're gonna be like, damn, we wish we had kept
But
Harden.
me
We
and
could
they
have
would
traded
have
for him.
traded for him.
Well, y'all let
You
me,
don't know that.
Y'all let me know what y'all think. Y'all got one side here that wants to wait, and we end up getting nothing, right? That's a strong possibility.
That's a possibility.
That's a
not
strong possibility.
That's
Went
a
the whole year without
possibility.
it.
They didn't get nothing last time when they waited, so that's not a complete
It's
possibility.
not the same person, same situation.
It
Use the
don't matter.
contact.
You
Yes,
still
it
got
do
options.
matter.
You still got options. Now you got no options. You still got options.
You got options with the option that we just did. What are you talking about? You got options.
I don't get it.
I don't get it, man. I don't get it, man. It's not making sense here. Like, you still got options even with the trade. Which you're not. The picks are options. You could trade them. Like, you still have options. Like,
Unless you plaque in Tobias and that option, them picks ain't gonna get you but so much.
then we could probably do that again. I don't understand why.
Then you rebuilding.
How you rebuilding? So if I trade for, let's say somebody who's available, or Donovan Mitchell, so let's say somebody that might get traded. So let's say Donovan Mitchell. If I trade Tobias and replace him with Donovan Mitchell, I'm not rebuilding.
Your team's still not big enough. You're not strong enough.
That's fine, but it's not rebuilding.
Right.
You looking for a perfect trade? Which one is to try to get Giannis? Is it Giannis leaving?
No.
You tell me who leaving. You tell me who leaving, because to me, you must see somebody.
Say what?
You must have
Top
called
five
somebody.
players not leaving.
Right? Yeah, you must have called somebody and they told you they were leaving. Yeah, call who leaving? Cause tell me who you think we could realistically get. I'm curious on what you think the options
Well,
are.
you could have got PG.
I'm waiting. I want to hear this.
No, I was hoping they try to get PG. That was my hope.
They couldn't. Nobody wanted to trade. We didn't want to give it to them.
No, the Clippers didn't want to give it up. Right at the point in time.
And you want to get another guy that gets hurt in the playoffs and plays half the season.
So you going to tell me you think the Clippers that's trying to win? At some point in the season,
you can see
they
that
would
now
have
with the
thought
way they
about
just stacked this deck. Yeah, you can see that now the way they stacked the deck.
All right, but I'm saying a realistic trade. Ain't no way in hell you thought that later in the season they could change their mind and trade Harden for PG. They trying to win. Harden is on the decline, so that ain't no realistic trade.
That depends.
That
depends on the scenario. You don't know what happened.
Come on.
You don't know what happened in the regular season. You never know how the season plays out till then.
Yeah, like come on, man.
I just said that was a move, but I said I'd rather wait until the trade deadline before I made that move. Because to me, it sounded like that move would have always been there.
Nah.
The Clippers, no. Clippers wanted him. He wanted to go to the Clippers. That trade would have always been there.
If you the owner, though, because I don't want to drag on Silver, but if you the owner, if my team is first in the West, why am I looking at Harden? That would incline them to not do it if they already the best team in the league. That's a huge risk. I'm not trading for Harden if I'm the best in the league.
We already doing that.
Exactly. So they might not even come back to the table. You could look at the other side of the opportunity there. Like you harping on, what could happen.
And y'all harping on what could happen if we didn't.
We don't know what did happen.
Yeah, we tell you what did happen.
We tell you what did happen. What we got. Value. We got value. We got picks.
No, I don't believe you got value enough. You didn't get enough value. I ain't saying you didn't get value. You didn't get enough value.
I'm trying
we got
who?
Harden declining.
Yeah, like what value? What value?
It's not Houston Harden, man.
It wasn't worth it to me. The whole situation wasn't worth it.
What whole situation?
The whole situation wasn't worth it.
If Harden would have balled out in the playoffs,
yeah,
we talking something different. He did not ball out in the playoffs.
Yeah, played horrible. We couldn't flip as much as we wanted from him. Nobody.
That's why nobody wanted him.
Before he wanted volatile, you blamed it on Doc. Everybody's complaining the way Doc played him. So we don't know how Nick Nurse might have worked with Nick Nurse. We don't know that. We it's too volatile now because he wanted out. But we don't know how he would have worked with Nick Nurse when he flamed down the playoffs. The whole conversation was him and Doc.
He's not a guy that's going to.
You don't know what Nurse would have implemented to appease him.
Nurse said he wants
what is he going to do with the Clippers?
That's what we waiting for.
That's exactly he wanted to play.
That's what we going to say.
But
they on ISO. They on ISO guys.
No, but they brought him in there to try to stop all that ISO playing. That's the point. That's the reason why they brought him in there.
They brought him in because they know PG and Kawhi is going to go down at some point.
Well, they got that option, but they also brought him in there because they tired of all that ISO.
No, they not. Because Harden's an ISO player.
No, but he's the only person in there that can get him some type of pick and roll offense. They got no pick and roll offense over there, none whatsoever. He's the only.
It's still Harden holding the ball for 20 seconds.
But he's gonna give him a pick and roll. Did you watch the game where they was playing the Lakers when it came down to the later in the game? They know how to generate no offense.
It's still Harden holding the ball for 20 seconds.
But that's how they gonna have to work it. They got him for a reason. They got him for a reason. And if it
right, but when them two go down hurt,
he's got to play now while these two was up.
They didn't get Harden for the same purpose of they want him to do that. Like they got Harden Because the Owls don't only do that at Russ, because Russ been doing a great job of getting them involved.
Right, Russ been hard.
Every time Russ played with PG, his numbers go up. Russ been doing a great job
But
with
it's
getting
ISO
them all.
ball. It's all ISO
No,
ball.
it ain't. Nah, Russ is running with the pick and roll. He's getting the ball. He's penetrating. They kicking it out. Russ is getting them a lot of good sets.
Russ say not getting a lot of good sets. I don't know
Yes, he
what you
is.
watch. Russ is not been getting a lot of
What are
good
you
sets. They
talking
literally said they brought Joe Harden over there to control the offense, give him a better offense. They said it.
Then they said, what y'all think for the Clippers though? Y'all think they can actually?
I don't know what they're gonna do.
You
with this.
think they're gonna win? How you think this gonna?
They have
for
to.
them?
It's either win or bust at this point with all them
I
players
think it's
over there.
gonna play out the same way it's been playing.
What, the super team? Somebody gonna get hurt?
Yeah,
Yeah, that always happen.
And
One
the
of them
Harden's
always-
gonna get hurt.
Somebody always get hurt. Somebody always get
Only
hurt.
person is Westbrook.
True.
Yeah, that's true. Almost all of them get hurt at some point.
At some point.
Yeah.
At some point.
Well, maybe they can manage the minutes this time without him now. Maybe somebody ain't
They
gonna
can
play for a
try,
while,
but
right? You manage
somebody's
the
gonna be
minutes.
unhappy.
Well, somebody gonna be unhappy right now, and I think
Westbrook and Harden is one. Somebody's
Westbrook's
gonna be
unhappy. I already know. I feel like Westbrook is gonna be unhappy because the moment they start Harden, they take that ball out of Westbrook's hand, he's gonna be unhappy. And like y'all already making an argument about James, he's not a movement without the ball type player. So he's either gonna be posted somewhere and not scoring, or something's gonna happen because if they take the ball out of Westbrook's hand, Westbrook is not gonna be happy.
Right, Westbrook actually fit better than them for that team. If you ask me, then Harden's gonna fit. Harden don't do enough. He just don't do enough. Like he plays one style of ball, don't really give you the defense. So many things you're just not gonna get from Harden. And you taking the ball out of Westbrook hand, who's thriving in your offense right now.
That's why I don't know. That's why they trade to me. That makes sense.
That's what we feel about the Sixers trade. At the end of the day, nobody know what's gonna happen.
You don't.
Not me.
Right. You gotta see how it all play out.
None. I can't say here that look, 5 years from now we gonna be in the finals. We can't say they not. So we gonna literally have to watch it play out this year. Hopefully,
I'm tired of waiting. That's all I'm saying.
Bro, we've been waiting. How long we been waiting?
I'm tired of waiting.
83?
Yeah, I'm tired of waiting.
83?
Yeah.
I'm tired of waiting.
King right now. We'll talk about Bron right now. Lakers right now. They had a good win against the Clippers.
Yeah, they did. That was a nice one.
Looked really good, especially missing.
But Bron
all
had to
these
play.
places.
But Bron had to play his heart out to get that win.
Well, they was missing all their pieces too, so we gotta give them credence there. They're missing almost all they rotation pieces.
Oh
so
yeah.
The four of them,
Yeah, Hachimura was out.
Prince was out.
Gabe
Prince was out.
But Prince went out
Vanderbilt was out.
The Prince went out right at the practice, didn't he?
Right that morning, the shooting around. So I mean, they losing guys that play 20 minutes or more. So I mean, still was a good win, right, for them.
Right.
But the game before that, or even talk about LeBron's career, I want to talk about there as far as when he's not in the lineup, his teams get worse. Right,
there's a reason for that.
Like when he's not on the floor, right?
There's a reason for that.
Now I was looking at a video before, and somebody brought up a point, and they said the comment was basically saying like they feel like it's Bron's fault that his teams are bad when he's on the bench.
By what metric?
They feel like because he don't trust nobody to do everything, that he feel like he got to do it themselves. The teammates aren't empowered enough or given the opportunity enough to do those things.
Yes. I agree.
So if you go back to the Nuggets game this year, he went to the coach. They had him mic'd up. He was like, "Yo, I can play point guard.
Yeah, I can play point guard
so
too.
Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, so if I'm D'Angelo, I'm like saying, "What you saying? I ain't doing good enough." Like, you know what I'm saying? Are you telling them to not trust me with it or whatever, right? So he was saying a point that like Kobe and Mike, they didn't really do that, right? They wanted you by playoff time, you better get it together. Like you better figure it out. I'm not going to do everything for you.
Right. I'm looking for you to do this and that.
That's what he was saying. He was saying they challenged them to get to that level. So by this time, you better be ready to go, right?
Right.
So he was putting the blame on LeBron for why his teams are worse when he's off the floor.
I'm gonna throw LeBron some bail.
So we gonna tackle that. I thought that was an interesting comment.
I'm gonna throw LeBron some bail in that aspect, as in when has he ever played with a true point guard? Somebody that actually
Rondo.
But he was coming off the bench. I'm talking about as far as the start.
He started. In playoffs, he was starting.
He started?
Yeah. And they won, right? Like, they won. That was you know what I'm saying? Like, they won.
That was it. I'm talking about any other time, when does he have a true point guard? Other than that time, when has he had it? Every point
what
guard
do you
he
mean
had
by true?
Meaning they not scoring point guard first. They not first scoring first point guard.
One. Come on, this is Brian. He can do whoever he wants.
I didn't say he didn't ask.
I think he's going to get to it. Yeah, I think he's trying. All right, so let's think about it. Probably none, right? None, right?
So in his aspect, and he was hailed as the prodigal child, the guy that knew how to pass when he came in the league. It wasn't about him being able to score. He was an athletic passer. We talked about him being an athletic Magic at first, before we got to this whole Jordan conversation.
Right.
So in that aspect, He's a point guard. He's a point forward. He's a point guard. He has a point guard's mentality. And what happens, like you said, like Bull said, I agree with him when he's saying that is his he don't let nobody else take the reins. Yeah. His teams, every last one of his teams are built around him being the point guard. So when he goes out, unless they got a backup true point guard to go out, this offense is going to stagnate. Mm-hmm. It's going to shut down because you have no other option.
Well, do you think, like, for him though, like if you think it'll be better for him to not try to do so much, right? Because at the end of the day,
he got no choice right now.
You use the regular season to build that up, though, right?
Right. Do you take the L's if it helps the players down the line?
If further down the line, I'm going to get...
That depends on how many L's. That depends on how far you drop.
Of course, how many L's, but yeah,
that depends how far you can drop.
Yeah. But do you think the fact that, we heard him mic'd up saying that stuff, right? Imagine what he's saying in the locker room or to the coaches. Maybe this person is better with the ball. Maybe D'Angelo would feel more empowered to be a better point guard, but if he was trusted with it.
You gotta have.
If Brian just gonna take it and do it my reins, and I'm sitting on the corner, that ain't my game.
That's not something you. That's like a mentality that you have to have. That's not something you just click on like that. That's a mentality that you have to have. Yeah, it's a learn something. It can be learned. Don't get me wrong. That mentality can be learned, but you're not gonna learn that overnight or even in one season.
I don't know his stats. What was he averaging assists when he was with the Nets?
6 to 7. Who? D'Angelo Russell, 6 to 7 assists.
So
6. I think
that means he has it.
Actually, you know what? Take that back. Let me check.
Yeah, no, he probably was. No, you're right.
Yeah, I think about like 6 to 7.
That was his leap year.
That was his highest number. That was about his highest number.
But if you saying like obviously LeBron being where he is, to feel like you always can do something better. Not only your team, they rely on you too much. Right, because now. You telling us you could do everything. You showing that you could do everything. But I think if he take a step back, you think it could help him. Because remember, Austin Reeves in the playoffs, that's the most LeBron ever played off the ball. He actually let Austin Reeves run the offense.
And right now,
Austin Reeves is playing really good in the playoffs.
And right now, Austin Reeves don't even look like he's the same player from last year.
What I would say, that could be the Olympics. Remember, he never got a rest. His legs probably messed up. So I give him a little grace, right?
He might be a little worn out.
He might be worn out. But, do you think he let Austin Reeves do that? Yeah. And we seen Austin Reeves average 20 twice in 2 playoff series.
But who's to say that he's not letting D'Angelo and D'Angelo's dropping the ball? You see how many turnovers D'Angelo sometimes be having, or sometimes his decision making out there. Like D'Angelo's decision making ain't been the greatest. Just luckily he's able to score to sometimes augment that or make up for some of those mistakes.
Saying. Like, do you let him make his mistakes? You still talk to him.
Yeah, eventually.
But that again,
see if it changes as he progress.
That depends on the situation. Because you got to ask yourself, how long are you going to run with this before? Either you're going to run with that and say, like, let him make his mistakes and see how the team chemistry go, and then let's say it doesn't develop.
You got 82 games to do it. Right. You could do 5 games just seeing where it goes. I mean, because eventually, guys, you got sons, right? So when it comes to doing certain things, you want them to try it out themselves first before you'll guide them initially,
right?
But then you're like, all right, go ahead, try.
But maybe he's seeing it. But so you gotta. We're not privy to what goes on in practice. Yeah. So maybe in practice they see it and they're like, nah, he can't handle it. Or he
also
maybe don't got it. Yeah, I don't think another grown man should be in charge of another person's confidence. Like at the end of the day, it's up to you to do what you got to do.
Well, a lot of grown men are in charge.
Yeah, right. But I do feel like watching the Lakers sometimes though. I feel like. It should be some games where he don't take close to as many shots as AD, right? Let AD take like 20, 25 shots this game.
But see, AD be
he
scared.
should take like
AD.
They also look him off, but they do also look him off.
They do look him off.
LeBron do take a lot of threes that he shouldn't be taking.
Think about it though. Like think about it real quick with what y'all saying. Like the offense is based around LeBron.
Yeah.
Right. So when LeBron's not in there, or if LeBron's hurt, what offense are we like? What is your offense?
That's the point.
That's the problem.
Yeah. Right, but that's the point. But that's what
you need to have an offense for.
You need an identity outside of LeBron.
Yeah, but you ain't got
teams have an identity,
and
that falls on the coach.
But that's been here's the problem. Other than Miami, that's been every LeBron team.
Yeah, Miami was the only time where when he left the floor, it wasn't like
it
didn't fall apart.
D-Wade.
Right, you had another.
They already had an offense.
Right, as I said, other than Miami,
they didn't let LeBron run that team.
Right,
you know what I'm saying?
All his Cleveland years, both his first and his last.
Yeah,
when it was all based around LeBron running the ball, and once he went out, you like
what's the offense?
Yeah, what's the offense? If Kyrie ain't in there going off, what's the offense?
Right, there's
probably a lack of a great coaching and a great roster construction. Right, because you mentioned he never really had a true point guard. So it's like
he wanted to play with CP, they didn't give it to him.
Right, if he trusts you, he'll let you rock. But obviously, if you don't trust you, he's not gonna let you.
Well,
but that could have been an issue with him and Russ. He didn't trust Russ. So Russ never felt comfortable to be himself.
Well, Russ is gonna make the mistakes anyway.
No. I'm not giving him that. We saw the mistakes what Russ was making.
We did, but we
had some good games.
But we also see him with the Clippers that same year become a beast. Same year, he became a beast with the Clippers.
Now that first year, he still had some of them Laker Russ over there. This year, he's became
no.
Decision wise,
no. When he went to the Clippers, he was way more efficient. His numbers went up, and then he went to the playoffs dropping 30 a game. And having like 8 assists and like 9 rebounds.
Yeah, towards the end.
Towards the end. Right. I'm talking about when he first went. I said when he first went there, you still saw some of that Laker rust still on him. Then as the year progressed,
his numbers was. But as soon as he got to the Clippers by game 2 and 3, everybody said this was a better fit.
But can you say that's can you say that's Bron or just the pressure playing? Like everybody says, it's a different pressure playing for the Lakers. It's a different pressure.
And playing with LeBron.
Right. Well, that's another thing. You're playing with the quote unquote argument of being the GOAT.
Remember, KD brought it up some years ago. He said it's a toxic environment when you play with Bron, not because it's just Bron, because the media. Everybody blames you when things happen, right?
So, so funny.
It could be.
You playing
on eggshells,
right?
Right. You could be. Right. You could be.
You're not worried about the coach or management.
You worry about
trading. You worry about LeBron trading.
Right. You could. I mean, it could be a volatile situation, but then again, like if you take what Kyrie said when he left, as opposed to what he left, as opposed to what he's found out. When he finally got on his own and he apologized, he said, "Yo, I see what you was going through. I see what you was trying to do. My bad." I was like, when he left, it was all toxic. Like I didn't like the way the team, everything he was saying. Then when he got to Boston, he got to Brooklyn. He talking about, "I apologize. I can go play. Like I want to come back and play with you. I apologize. I see what you was trying to do." So I think it all depends. People say that about CP. Playing with Chris Paul, they say sometimes it's a toxic locker room,
right?
Because they mentality of how they like to play or how they like to run play the ball,
too.
Right? What they expect from their players and their teammates. So I'm not going to fully blame that
because they already established,
right?
Right, but they were saying some players don't reach their max potential because if you got him that's going to do everything, then it's hard.
Did we not have that argument video when I said when players go to play with LeBron, they numbers go bad?
That's what I said. I said I agree with it. I'm saying the opportunities are different.
I'm just saying. Did we not have that video?
No, we had that video.
We're right. We had that conversation.
But you using AD. AD numbers actually went up.
That was AD at the time. I even went back to Bosh's numbers to back then as well.
Because opportunity, right? You go from first option to third.
Right, Kevin Love.
Somebody got to take it back. Somebody got to take it back.
I'm just saying. It's a pattern that follows LeBron when it comes to being on LeBron team.
Well, you're the third option. Wade numbers didn't go down too much. Wade was getting older. Kyrie numbers didn't go down.
So that would follow with Westbrook because Westbrook technically was the third option. It was
Right,
and then Westbrook. So if you're the third option,
but you're the third option now, his numbers are better.
Say what?
He's the third option now, and his numbers are better.
He's the third option, but I don't consider him complete the third option because them dudes don't play. Them dudes is barely there every game.
Well, when they're there,
right? When they're the third option, but he got more leeway there.
He wasn't there either. Remember, they was off. They missed a lot of games too.
Exactly, and he still didn't take the mantle when he could have.
Probably the pressure, right? You know what I'm saying?
That's what I'm saying. It might be the pressure with the Lakers. But here's a hot topic. This can be completely off subject. I got a question.
Well, if you want to switch to LeBron time, let's finish it.
It's still it's still about LeBron, but it's not on to complete the topic.
All right, let me finish that out, and then we're gonna go there. So, because they were saying, because I agree with you, you know, somebody maximizing their potential because he turned Mo Williams to an all-star. Never having in his career, right?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. He did.
Austin Reeves now look like a dude that can average 18 to 20 a game. Nobody looked at him like that. They still talk trash about Austin
Right, that's what I'm saying.
So Tristan a big contract.
Yeah, that's that clutch. That clutch.
What Dellavedova got a contract? Dellavedova got a contract out of that.
Nah, Delly was on. He was on something. That boy was playing like a fiend.
What's the boy? Timothy Mozgov got a contract when he left Cleveland. Yep. So don't say Brian don't do certain things.
Yeah, right. So. But I believe it's more to the coach. I think it's the coach's job to maximize the player's potential, not Bron.
But that's one of the things when we have that GOAT debate that you talk about. When has Bron actually had a coach?
Never had it.
Right.
I think people don't state that enough.
Right. When is he
Miami?
Well, Spoelstra
was so young that
Spoelstra wasn't.
He ain't really even respectful.
He's established now. He wasn't. He was like to me what Phil was.
That was coaching, man. Come on, now.
I know that. But see, Spoelstra. I give Spoelstra what Phil was when he took over for Chicago after what you call Doug Collins.
You know, Pat was giving him clip
Phil
notes.
wasn't known neither. Nobody knew who Phil was other than him just being an assistant coach, and then he became this dude. Same thing with Spoelstra. When Bron got there, we didn't know like what type of coach Spoelstra was, but now Spoelstra's one of the respected coaches in the league.
Top.
So
he earned that. You know what I'm saying?
But other than that, Bron they never had a coach. It's just plain and simple. He ain't never had like
a coach.
Technically,
they even put him in check.
Right. A lot of times you think he the coach out there because he be calling the plays and he alter the plays they call in. So
you dissing Mike Brown?
Huh?
You dissing Mike Brown?
Of course.
Yeah, he's looking good in Sacramento right now.
Well, I mean, he's doing all right in Sacramento, but not when he was at Cleveland. He wasn't that good of a coach yet.
Yeah, but I agree. We close that one out, but it got to be twofold, right? You can't say. You can't say you blame LeBron for doing everything, but then we also criticize him for relying on his teammates too much because he passes in the clutch, right?
Right.
So if you say you rely on him too much, but he give them the game-winning shots, that ain't relying on him too much. You would have jacked. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
He'd have took. There would have been no narrative about him passing all the time in the clutch if he did everything himself. Right.
He gave it to D'Angelo. Remember that game for the Clippers?
And we go back his whole career, right? That was the narrative on him when you compare him to Kobe and all them.
He passes in the clutch. He don't always take the shot.
Yeah, you don't always make him do everything. Where were you gonna go to?
So it was an argument that I was having with somebody, and it was a weird argument, but it was an interesting one because Denver, because of what Denver's doing and what Joker's doing, is Joker on a higher trajectory be better than LeBron?
Joker, no.
Why you say that?
Because if you look at both of their careers at this point, Joker's has accomplished more than LeBron did at this point. At year 9 of his career.
So did Giannis.
Nah, Giannis didn't get what Joker got.
Giannis got two. He got two MVPs in the ring.
Two defensive. Yeah.
Same thing.
He got more than
He was player of the year. He got more.
But I think Giannis took 10 years, and I think Joker did it in 8.
Nah, Giannis didn't take 10. Giannis did it. Giannis like 26, 20. Yeah, he
but remember, Giannis came in young. Giannis came in young as a kid.
Not that young.
He came in like 17. Think like came like 17, 18. How many years did he get?
17.
Came in 2011.
Huh?
He came in
and when he get in the ring?
No, my fault. He ain't playing 2011. He got drafted in 2013.
And when he get his ring?
He got his ring in 2021. So 8 years.
So 8 years.
About 8 years.
So he did the same thing about.
And before that though, he got two MVPs.
He got the finals MVP.
He got the finals MVP.
7-time All-Star Defensive Player of the Year.
So he got the 8 years.
Yeah, he did the same thing. Yeah,
okay. But they was comparing him because of his ability to not just score but pass the ball. Joker, because he's already got more.
He was a point guard growing up. So.
Right, I was saying because he always got more. His triple doubles. Like I think they said he got 100 and something, and Bron total for his whole career is like 130 something. So he's already on that trajectory to pass him on triple doubles if that keeps up.
Yeah.
So
I can see that happening.
So they just talking about as far as a complete player out there being able to score and run the offense, control the team. They was talking about his Joker better than LeBron just at this point. If you're just taking both their 8 years.
I say it's based around the offense. The way Denver's offense is. You know what I mean? And Joker, the players he's been playing with, Brian, he get new players every year.
Brian didn't have that type of help in his first 7 years.
Players every year. You know what I mean?
Jokic got Murray. Murray better than everybody Brian played with in that first 7 years. By far.
First of all,
Westbrook gonna pass all of them.
By far.
Wemby.
Huh?
Wemby.
Yo, Wemby been doing it today. But listen, you about to make me argue for Joker because I was arguing for LeBron in the first place. Yeah. But we about to make me argue for Joker. With Joker, he did get them MVPs with nobody on them team. And
that's how you get the MVPs.
With nobody on the team?
Everything's on you.
That's what Russ guy is.
True.
You know what I mean? You get it when you ain't, you know what I'm saying?
True.
The most you do when you know what I'm saying? Like, you try to, carry the team.
Just know these conversations
they
are starting
always
to happen,
bro.
And that's starting to
But if they could put Wemby ahead, Wemby going to do it.
I think Wemby going to push himself ahead. Right, if he keeps up with this.
If he don't get hurt.
Yeah, that's the only thing.
Yep.
But Clippers showed me something with Wemby. I hope that's not going to be a trend.
What?
How they took him out the game.
I mean, he got taken out a couple games, but he's going to get it together.
Huh?
It's year one.
I know. I'm just saying. Yeah. I'm just talking about because I know that's been the conversation already. Like, how do because like you hear all the analysts and everybody say, how do you stop this kid? How you stop this?
You know who we going to in the summer?
What, Keem?
Yeah.
Nah, not that early.
Hey, yo, Giannis, get your money back from Keem. I don't know what he taught him. All the post moves I seen from Giannis, he either traveling, falling down. Get your money back. Get your money back. Get your money back. Get your money back.
Nah, we ain't doing that.
Get your money back.
We ain't doing that. That's his fault.
Get your money back.
He trying to do the moves and he ain't master the moves yet. He trying to do the moves and he ain't master the moves yet.
I don't know what he taught him.
No, I see what he taught him.
They said Keem charged him with like 50,000. Get the money back.
Nah, I saw that spin fade away in the first game. That whole step back spin. That was the key.
Traveling, falling. I don't know.
Yo, he trying to do the moves and he got it. Listen,
he should have made him leave that gym until he got his count back.
There's only one king. This is another 50. There's only one Hakeem.
Get your money back, man.
There's only one Hakeem.
Then the white go to him too. Get your money back.
You saw the white back. You saw the white footwork improve. You saw Kobe's footwork improve.
Did he do the same jump hook he always did?
Nah, his footwork improved. Kobe's footwork improved.
Kobe and Bron was the only one that improved.
Footwork improved.
That was the only two. Everybody else, get your money back. Get your money back. Keem commit robbery.
Nah, ain't no robbery. You gotta work. If the greats improve, you gotta work. You just gotta work for it. Listen, there's only one king. There's only one king. Nothing you can do about that, man. But nah, that was just a conversation I was having with somebody. They was trying to debate that.
I also want to mention too.
What?
Dang, I don't want.
What?
I will go back to it. But
what?
Giannis doesn't get criticized like a superstar should.
What do you mean?
He has not developed his game in like the last 2-3 years. He still can't shoot. Still can't make a free throw. Right. Still can't post up. Giannis has not improved his game probably like in the last 2-3 years.
True.
And y'all put him. But he went to
Akeem this summer.
He still can't shoot. He still went to Akeem. Still can't post. Still can't hit free throws. He still is the same player. Run straight down.
Yeah.
Dunk. Great defensive player, but he has not improved his game. Offensive.
I think because I don't think we don't criticize him because we want to see it.
See what? Him do that?
Yeah, we want to see him.
Yeah,
do
but
it.
we criticize people to see
It's
it.
not gonna happen.
I don't think it is neither.
It's not in it.
No, that's my point. I don't think it is. Right.
No
It's just
matter
not
how much you practice, it's not gonna happen. I think he got a pass this past summer because he got hurt in the playoffs.
Right.
So I think that gave him another extra year.
And the fact that he won, and the fact that he showed effort by going to Akeem to try to work on these things. So you're like, all right, maybe he's gonna come back with something better this year.
That didn't stop us from criticizing Dwight Howard. When he went to King, we still got criticized.
we didn't expect that from Dwight no matter what.
But people always criticize him for not having an offensive game.
Yeah, they did early his career.
He still got him all his career. That he had no offense.
When he played, you wasn't really expecting it. You know what I mean?
And then the same thing with the difference between the Dwight, the difference between Dwight and Giannis is Giannis got a ring. Dwight didn't get one. He lost in the finals.
Well, he
got a ring.
People don't care
now in LA. Yeah, I know. But I'm saying he got a ring when he went play with the Lakers.
No, but when Dwight was playing the big man, you wasn't still expecting him to shoot jumpers.
Nah, you wasn't
like that.
But you're expecting his footwork. But to me, his footwork got better. Like when I watched him in Houston, when he got over to Houston, and he was balling in Houston when he got traded over there, his footwork got better. When he left LA and went to Houston, I saw his footwork get a little bit better. He was doing a little bit better spin moves, a little bit better post moves out there.
He had post moves when he was in Orlando.
But it wasn't the same.
Nah, he had a lot of good highlights when he was supposed to.
I said it wasn't the same.
That's what I'm saying. It never been consistent though. Even when he was in Houston,
but just for Giannis with me.
I'm talking about as far as where are we holding and where people try to play trajectory wise.
You know I jumped on because I ain't like the idea when they told me he's supposed to guard KD in that series and he didn't want to guard him. Remember he made that statement at the conference when he didn't want to guard him. Right. I jumped on him about that. Like so, I think to your point, it's just not in him. I just think it's just not in him. And until you force him to do that because they can't stop him, you still can't stop him. Yeah. At this point in his career, you still can't stop him if he decides he's going to go downhill. So unless you force him to change up his game, he's not going to change it.
I will argue he has been stopped. That's why he hasn't continued to win rings because teams would stop him or halt him from being able to do some of those things in clutch moments or key moments, which is why this team's in advance.
Well,
he got one ring.
Miami only team that's doing good, the best at doing it.
Right.
With the ball.
I'm saying he got one ring. Yeah. He ain't got five. He got one.
So wait a minute. He won the ring. Then the next following year, he got knocked out by who?
They got knocked out early, I think.
Probably the Heat.
Wasn't that the bubble year?
Or Boston or the Heat?
No, because they won after the bubble year. Because the Lakers won the bubble year.
They won 2021.
Yeah, they won after the bubble. Yeah, they won after the bubble year.
Yeah. I think they knocked out by Jimmy and them. I think Jimmy and them knocked him out.
So Jimmy might knock him off that year. Then the following year is the year they got hurt, right? He got hurt this year.
Yeah, I mean, they knocked him out again.
You're right. So then now we to this year. So I'm not really to do anything yet based off.
We're talking about his career. He couldn't shoot. He never improved on it.
But he broke through. He broke through playing that one time. That one time.
Ring gave him some time.
Right, it gave him some time.
They really don't give you time. Your game is based on free throws, bro. He gets to the line 100 times. He keeps missing.
He hit him that year. He won the finals. He hit him when he needed to. He hit him in clutch moments.
One game don't change that. Bron got 15 game winners, and y'all still say he ain't clutch.
Games. I'm not calling. Whoa. I am not calling Giannis clutch.
No, I'm just saying though. You need a sample size. One game don't change the narrative.
What I'm saying is, as of right now, from that finals appearance. When he needed to hit them free throws in the finals, Game 7,
he took over.
He took over.
That don't change nothing though.
I just think it buys
it gave him a leeway because we only seen one full year again where he got knocked out. The next following year he got hurt. So I only seen one full year when he got knocked back out. The next year he got hurt.
Players. I'm talking about
I know you're talking about development.
Right,
but you got to play 82 games. He didn't show it in 82 regular season games. You're not going to magically get in the playoffs.
But everybody expected him to go back to the finals last year until he got hurt.
Regardless of the finals, if he didn't show it in the regular season, he wasn't going to magically get it in the playoffs. He don't got it. He's not developing.
But we just said he don't got it. But I'm saying it's not going to change until you stop. Like until he realizes, yo, I can't win this way.
And they're always in the top three. And they're always in the top three.
He won that way one time. He didn't win.
That gave him a leeway because he only got knocked out one time since then.
And no, top 3 record-wise all the time.
But we can also say he didn't win before then because he didn't develop it. This has been a career issue. It's not a one-time issue. He had a squad before. They lost to Boston. He couldn't shoot. He couldn't do that. He got stopped. This has been his whole career. There's no like.
I know. All I'm saying is
your flaws don't start after you win.
Right. No, we're not disagreeing. We're saying it brought him some cushion right now because he only lost one time since he got that ring. Because he broke through playing that way. That gave him a little bit of cushion for now. Now, if he loses this year and he still don't show no development, I think you'll get your criticism.
I don't think you'll get it because he's not Bron. Bron, the only person that get that type of criticism, bro. Nobody else get that.
What's called him win this year? He was getting killed.
Brian gets that type of criticism.
Joker was going to get killed if he didn't win it this year.
He wants to have
from winning the MVPs
because of the mic comparison. He's going to get that criticism because of the mic comparison. That's the reason why Brian gets that criticism. When you start talking GOAT conversation, that criticism comes with that.
But Mike couldn't do it all either. So I mean, like,
what you mean Mike couldn't do it all?
Mike couldn't do everything, bro. He had flaws on the court just as everybody else.
But he
could not shoot.
He won.
He was not a great 3-point shooter.
But he won. But that's my point. He won. Regardless of what he couldn't do, he won. So in that aspect, that's the difference. He won.
What's because Bron get it this year?
But Bron
he might not get it because of the whole Harden thing and B because of the whole Harden thing.
Yeah.
But like I said, Joker was going to get it if they didn't win. He would have got it. Like you won 2 MVPs and you got knocked out again.
But that's just his stature, though. That's not like his skill set.
I know, but I'm just saying, dude.
Joker?
Yeah, I'm just saying if he didn't win.
Joker was going to get that criticism if he didn't win that championship.
I know you're talking about skill set.
Yeah, Joker was going to get it too. But
people get it from different ways. And Giannis, I'm saying, he got time.
Right, I think Giannis got it.
I think he'll probably come this year.
Right, he didn't win that ring. Right, if he didn't win that ring, I think you would have got criticism. But by him winning that ring, that bought him some cushion. I just think it's just bought him some cushion. I agree with you that he hasn't changed anything. I'm not debating that. I just think because he's not getting the criticism that you think he should get, it bought him some time.
I don't think so. Fact shows why y'all think nobody takes the mantle of being the best player in the league. I mean, like being the face of the NBA. Nobody wants that mantle.
Because in this time and age, man, with social media,
why?
Nobody wants that.
Why would you take it? What benefit does it for you to take it now?
Yeah, I mean, nobody wants it.
No, before it was benefits. You got commercials, you got this, you got money like that, you got exposure because like you said, you didn't got social media, you ain't got all this marketing. You got too much marketing now. Why would I be concerned with taking the face of the league? It's too much marketing now.
At the end of the day, if they're going eventually somebody got bid. So if they giving it to you,
well, the league is going to.
A lot of times the league picks that person,
right,
and tries to base everything on them. You know what I mean?
I think Tatum's going to get that.
No.
If he keeps it,
I don't think he had. I don't think
he don't want it. Think about it.
No, he don't want it. I think he's going to end up.
But you got to want it. It's the only way you going
to
get it.
They wanted to give it to Zion, but he stayed hurt.
Yeah, but Zion don't need that either way.
I'm just saying they wanted to give it to him, but he stayed hurt.
What I mean is the only person that got a squeaky clean image right now with nothing controversial surrounding them is Tatum. He's the only one. You can't give it to Jaylen Brown because Jaylen Brown.
He's a 2.
Huh?
He's a 2.
And a lot of his stances people don't know. Some people
right, pro
black, right?
Yeah.
Or some people don't like his stance.
But
so
everybody,
Joel is too much of a clown to get it. So what was you about to say?
I mean, I feel like you gotta be. I mean, the way the NBA going, you damn near gotta be. American-born player.
Yeah, that too.
That too.
Right.
That's what they would like. They might have to change that stance, but that's what they would like.
Yeah.
But you got to be in the forefront of issues. Because Bron is the face, and now he's still the face.
Right.
And now when players get into these situations, even Giannis, when they was in the I forgot what year it was, but
when they was in the bubble,
something was going on. They was like, "Yo, we rolling with Bron. Yo, ex Big Dog, Bron Big Dog." Like they still looking at Bron. Bron like 36 at the time. They still like, "Oh yeah, nah, that's Bron. Yeah, we rolling." Yeah, like like they still are leaving him the face of the league when, bro, like somebody else got to take this mantle at this point.
Can you blame it on this whole buddy league now?
Face of the league ain't got to be no issue. Like,
no. All right, what I mean when I say the buddy league is because if you go back all the way up to Kobe era, you always had this mentality of I'm better than you. I'm going to beat you. I'm going to take everything from you. I want to make sure I put you down and I keep you there. Now everybody's cool. We friends. We buddy. There's no real competition animosity amongst players. It's just competitive. It's just basketball. Competitive like basketball. I'm just gonna play against you.
No, I think
in that aspect, you don't got nobody that want to take the mantle. They don't want to take it from Bron. Because they all cool, like that's my homie, that's my boy.
They don't want to go through what Bron goes through 24/7.
I think that's what it is.
24/7.
But the attack,
everything.
Yeah, I think
just everything. Brian is under a microscope.
He can't say nothing.
He can't.
I think that's
24/7. Nobody wants that.
I don't think nobody wants that.
They could be.
Yeah, nobody wants that.
Steph Curry could have easily took it, but Steph is not stepping in front of them issues, them social issues.
Nobody wants that.
Well, nobody wants to step in front of social issues because they don't want the.
That's what the face of the league. Face of the league do all that. You step in front of the issue.
Face of the league does everything.
But you can't say that because
now
Mike didn't grow up in the social media area. He didn't have to. I'm talking about social media. You
I'm talking about now. Yeah, but I'm just saying. But don't say every player of the face of the league was took up social issues because remember Mike didn't say a word about social issues
because he didn't. It was a different era. But now
he had an opportunity to say them.
Again, it's a different era. He was no pressure. The pressure wasn't as big. Right. But now Mike didn't say. Yeah, now he do. Mike get criticized now for not speaking up on issues.
I know.
And he not even in the league. So imagine if he was.
So,
but none of these players wanted.
I don't think they
get that mantle.
They don't want, but I get.
They don't want that.
Do they not be an issue for the league? Like right now, you don't got nobody just.
No, because
being the face with once Brian leave.
Because I think.
Like, could you see that?
I think it's going to happen like
organically.
It's just going to fall on somebody.
Yeah, I think so. I think somebody's just going to be just going to end up with it. Like you're not going to be able, right. You're not going to like when Brian came in the league. You saw this league is going to be his at some point in time in his career. You saw that.
Right, he grew into that.
Right. You saw that just coming up with everybody else that's been coming in. You don't see somebody you can say, you know what, this league is on. The only person you can see that now with is Wemby, but I think Wemby's too young for that right now.
Plus, like you said, I think they want an American player too.
Right.
You know what I mean?
But he ain't got no superstar American players coming out.
Don't have none coming out.
That's why I said the only closest person you got for that to take that mantle to me is Tatum. That's the only person that you can give that to as far as the players wise. Now, if you want to ixnay the whole American thing, then Wemby's going to be the one that's going to eventually take it. But right now, nobody wants that. Long as Bron is there, I don't think nobody wants that man as long as he's there.
They let him do it.
Right. and then I think this time it's going to happen organically. I don't think because there's not a player you can look at right now and say, you know what, he's built for that. You don't see nobody that you can say that about.
Yeah.
So it's just a talent pool, man. I think it's just a talent pool now. It's been a little watered down. It's a certain aspect. It's been a little, American players have been way watered down. The foreign players are taking over this league by storm, left and right. But that's the fundamentals. Can we blame the AAU for that too?
Yeah.
Because the fundamentals and the work ethic is like it's going now to where you learn how to do all the fundamentals and everything. All that is gone. Mm-hmm. So I don't know. I think that's what we stuck with, bro.
Think that's what we're gonna be stuck with?
Yeah, I think that's what we stuck with, man.
Somebody gotta take a face of the league. No league ain't successful in this era without having to face, bro. The NFL got Patty Mahomes, and you see how they do it.
I don't think they're gonna panic till Bron walk out. Until Bron walk out, I don't think they're gonna panic. As long as Bron keep talking about he wants to play with Bronny, and now he talking about he want to play with Bryce. Yeah, I don't think they're gonna panic until Bron walk out.
Cool from them, but somebody gonna have to step up and take that man, or everybody else gonna be out the league.
Well, they wanted KD. They had one time to try to get KD, but KD like, nah, I don't want that.
KD don't talk.
Yeah, like I don't want that. Nobody talks. Nobody speaks up.
I think KD wanted it. I think KD realized when he beat Bron, he didn't move up. Yeah. He said he stated that. He was like. He thought when he beat Bron, he was going to
change it.
Looked at it as a different level, and it didn't happen.
Don't get me started.
The way it happened.
Right, because the way it happened.
Right.
Don't get me about to say, don't get me started. That is not something. That's another thing too. Speaking of the way it happened, I take this championship for the Clippers means deadly squat for me if they won. I'm putting that out there right now because the way y'all got that team stacked right now, they still got Powell. The team is still together.
What about your buddy? If he gets a ring,
who? Dame?
No, Paul.
Well,
Chris Paul? You gonna put any respect on it?
I just be happy he got a ring. It ain't gonna.
Yeah, they're gonna say team ain't stacked enough for me to look at him a different way. The way he playing right now, they need him on that bench.
Right. So
to stabilize everything. So I give him credit for
if he still stays an intricate part of that, I'll be happy he got a ring. I'm not gonna hold it as high, but I will give him credit for it.
I hold it high, bro, because he playing like I don't feel like going state of juggernaut right now. Like Clay consistently, Draymond. We know Draymond.
But see, you're talking about right
Wiggins
now.
Ain't consistent.
I gotta see what he does in the playoffs. You know what happens in the playoffs. Sometimes he gets hurt.
He gets hurt.
Right, he gets hurt. That's what I mean. I gotta see what he contributes in the playoffs.
The West so stacked that if he helped them get a good spot, that's all he need to do. Like the West is stacked, bro. Like,
but I need him to contribute in the playoffs.
No off nights.
Right. I just need him to contribute in the playoffs, even if it's just assists, like what he's doing now. I need him to contribute in the playoffs.
Hopefully, playing less minutes will give him, what he's looking for. You know what I'm saying? Because that's probably the last player.
And he's still averaging almost 8 to 10 assists a game.
Right. And you talking about he ain't got to do the scoring. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
I think he had 13 assists, no turnovers.
Yeah, a couple games.
So I'm cool with that. It's a good episode here. Y'all got anything else you want to talk about as far as basketball go?
We good.
Nah, we good at this
All right, man. So again, appreciate y'all for checking us out here. Follow us on the socials through the scope. Instagram, Twitter, like the video. Subscribe to the YouTube channel. We appreciate y'all here. Another episode. We out.